Hello everyone, welcome to Ignition.
And today we're looking at the future of EVs from Renault's perspective. So,
4x4.
We're going to look at Renault. We love the
that
Renault 4. In fact, we're thinking of buying an old Renault 4. There's loads in Portugal, but look at this. Look at that.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Now, before anyone wonders why he's like this, I have not shown him what we were doing because we happen to have a thing for Renault 4s.
Oh man, that's so cool. Look at that.
So they're bringing an EV one out. Doesn't it look a bit like my new Panda?
It does look a bit like your Panda. I must say, it looks a bit nicer than your Panda.
Yeah.
But I mean, that is sex on wheels. Look at that. They've kept that original shape perfectly. And
it's such a practical vehicle, or was such a practical vehicle, because there's one. We live in Portugal. If you're a first-time watcher, thank you very much.
Yes.
But we live in Portugal. And being English, it's pathetic, but my wife goes to the English shop to get a couple of bits and
sort
pieces.
of English food.
Yeah, although you can get the majority of it everywhere. God, that's so sexy.
I'm got it in red.
I'm talking over. That is perfect. That red one's ours, isn't it?
Yeah, that's got my name on it.
And there's a Renault 4 out there, an old one, with 2 black racing stripes, and we drool over it.
Yes, lovely.
We drool over that car.
Oh, so
when this came out, or I saw this video, I thought, this has got to be played for him, because I knew you would absolutely love that car. But that red one is spectacular.
That is the perfect spec. The gunmetal wheels with that red. It just looks so much like the original. That's why I love it. Because I always thought with Beamers they should always go back to the E30 shape but modernise it, and that's almost what they've done with that.
But that was such a sensible. I mean, I know this sounds like an old man, but it was such a sensibly practical vehicle.
Well, the boot's just square and it works.
And as I just said to you, that looks a bit like my Panda, which it does that rear light bit. But we've had my Panda for 2 weeks.
Yes, not long.
And we have fallen head over heels in love with the visibility.
I mean, I can't believe it.
The practicality. The performance is really nippy. And we just love it. And it's because it's got some sort of
charm.
Yeah. I mean,
simplistic charm.
And again, you can comment here, but I'm an old man and I've driven thousands of miles for a living, and I really do appreciate to be able to see out the back of my car so I don't hit something. Now, I might have buzzers, parking sensors, but I don't really need those. I can actually drive a car.
Yeah.
If I can look out the window.
Yeah, and the Panda you've got, and it's very much like this Renault shape-wise, you can just see straight at the back, and it's got a relatively square boot, so you can just see, and
somehow they've managed to make this just goddamn sexy.
I know, it's a different league. Ooh, that blue one, that's an interesting one with the Rally Tour style wheels.
I think. I still love that.
Oh, the old one's so cool.
We've got to get one of those.
Yeah, the old one is so cool.
And look at that morphed.
Wow.
Looks really nice in that colour.
Very expensive it looks.
Credit where credit's due. Whoever has designed that has done a spectacular job.
Yeah.
They've taken all the good points, modernised it.
Yes.
And in gold. Oh.
Man, in gold, that looks like you should be part of the mafia.
I should be rapping.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
50 Cent should be rolling.
50 Cent.
50 Cent should be rolling around. But, I mean, it's irrelevant. We don't know what specs. I mean, whether this actually happens or not, it's a concept as such. But they'd be mental not to make that.
Yeah, they would. I think that would sell like hotcakes.
Because it's goddamn sexy.
It is. And
it's got a little sinister whiff about it to me.
It looks good in every colour though.
Yeah.
That's a massive compliment to a car.
And the only one we haven't seen is a black one. And because in my Panda's black, and we lose a little bit of I suppose they've lost a little bit of the back window, but these are sort of concept renders. So
yeah.
But I love the stripe down the roof. It's just
it's an epic car. Epic. It's got they've done also a Rolls Royce style wheel on that one.
Yeah,
of it.
Nice.
So no, that's certainly that. If they actually do it, it'd be definitely a game changer, I think, in the market.
Well, we are a weird couple of people.
We are. We like a lot of cars that most people think are boring.
Yeah. My wife, his mum, told her friend yesterday that I'd bought a Panda, and her answer to that was why. Why? Because it's great.
Yeah, why? Yeah, why not?
I can go off-road in it.
You can.
It's great.
Yeah.
Now, the next thing that Renault have done, and this is definitely got the green light, they're making this.
Really?
Is the Renault 5.
Oh, that looks like more of a concept than the other one.
Yeah, well, they've got to make both of these. They've got to. But, well, they're making this.
That looks like, they did that Renault Clio, the V6 in it.
Yes.
That looks like that.
Yeah.
And, man, I love that car. And that looks like a modernised, much more aggressive version.
Now, anyone of my age... unless they were minted, I don't know anybody who didn't own a Renault 5.
Really?
We owned a Renault 5. We owned a couple. My sister, your Auntie Mandy, had one. Auntie Mandy loved. She had two. She had a bright yellow one.
Oh, cool.
And then she had a white. I was very jealous of it. She had a GTL, I think it was, and it was big leather bucket seats in it. It was stunning. And Mum and I bought one for £30.
30 quid.
And it never worked. I mean, it was a piece of rusted junk, but I think we only had 50 quid, so we bought one for 30, and we were real chuffed with it. Eventually I got it going, but the sparkly roof on this, I mean, everything about that car...
Those lights as well.
Is awesome. The only thing I would probably not like, don't know what you think though, the lights are great, is the Renault in the front.
Oh no, I quite like that.
I thought
it sticks it out, it makes it stick out. Because I suppose a lot of people are badge snobs. A lot of people we know would only drive a certain brand, not drive. And Renault, some people wouldn't drive a Renault. But I think the Renault badge is very nice.
But it's bizarre, isn't it? Because it doesn't look very big, that new electric one.
No,
and when you put it next to
the old one. Yeah, but it's like that nowadays. When you go down the road and you see an old car, you can see an old Volvo. And in their day, they were like a bus. But now they don't look that big.
Well, we were driving past, weren't we? And there was a metallic brown Renault 5, old five-door one. And you went, what's that? And it was tiny, and someone's bought it and it's still running around the village.
It's lovely, yeah.
And it's just a beautiful
so
little car. And here in Portugal, for some reason, either the paint, I think it must be because we've had that sandstorm and people just polish it in for some reason.
Most Portuguese people use broomsticks to wash their cars.
Yeah, so. Having done the floor.
Yeah. They'll do the floor and then they'll get a hose, spray off the bonnet, and use the same broom to do the
with all the
bonnet.
grit in it, and then you find all the clear coat on a lot of cars has disappeared.
So the sun attacks it.
Yeah,
it
we're
burns
assuming
off.
that's how it's gone, aren't we?
Yeah.
And then you'll see a car that someone's cared for, and because of the weather here, you can see an old car like that Renault, and it's pristine.
Yeah, and the rust on the chassis and things, they just don't tend to get it as bad.
No.
Because there's hardly any rain here. But the comparison there's not much in it, is it?
It's quite weird. But again, this is a very different, to me, the Renault 4, when it morphs from the old one into the new one, it really is crystal clear.
Yeah.
That
one's not quite
so, but the lights are similar, the bottom lights are similar, but that's really taken a modern twist on it.
Very much so. And there's the two.
Yeah, and there's, I would hope that you would get that, because the old Renault 4 you could get with the canvas roof in.
Yes, looks more realistic than the Renault 5. And I think if they'd be stupid not to do the Renault 4.
Well, the Renault 5's got the green light.
Has it?
Yeah, it's got the green light.
It can't look like that. That must be a concept. It might be slightly different when it comes out.
Allegedly. Well, if they make that, and there's been a fair few reviews of people who've got to it, because obviously it's not a car that the journalists have got because it's not out. But they've said, we're making this, and you see the blue ones, and that's definitely a rendering, and that's an Alpine version.
Right. Well, if they make it, there won't be a car that looks like that on the road.
No.
Which is a lot to say. In
the Renault 5, at the bottom picture in the yellow one, you can just make out the weird dash head up.
Yes, I was noticing that. And the ovals you can see are they the headrest, the seats?
I think so, yeah, they light up. And then it's sort of slightly confusing, but I searched for ages and couldn't find an interior shot.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But that was it. So from our perspective, to me, as an old boy, the Renault 5's coming out. I'd love that on the drive.
Oh, cool, yeah.
And the 4,
I'd love that on the drive. That's a museum piece.
I tell you what, if that 4 comes out, I mean, we're in a position, we're in a lucky position, I suppose. Mum's got a nearly new
T-Cross
Volkswagen, and we're hoping to move within the next 2 years. Everything in Portugal's a bit on the slow side, but we've got a ruin, haven't we? So
yes.
That's our home. Yeah. It's just we can't live there, and so that should be done within the next 2 years. And our plan is that'll be solar powered, and we will be as self-sufficient as we can. And we want a car that is I think they're calling it car to grid.
Car to grid, yeah. So you can
and we want to use, rather than buy a great big Tesla Powerwall, I want to use, because my wife virtually goes nowhere, I want to use the car as our power storage. And if that Renault 4 ticks that little box,
yeah,
that is the car, the T-Cross. I love that Renault, that Fiat 500.
Yeah,
we went in it.
Well, they're actually, to be fair, the Fiat 500 and this Renault 4 are very similar in my opinion, because the Fiat 500 they've kept fairly similar looking, and that so as they have with the 4. I think they're both equally good looking vehicles. We
traded our Fiat 500 in for a Panda. Hopefully you're going to watch that, because we bought the Panda to go off-roading. Bear with us, we'll see how well that goes. So we've got the Panda now, but when we collected it, the electric one was there, and they let us all over that, and I mean,
that electric 500 is something else.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Because we hopped out of our previous generation to the new electric one. Straight into this new electric one. It was like a different car.
Yeah, it even
looks the same.
Everything about it, you're in it, but the quality
inside was awesome.
So these electric cars for us we're so excited, and this Renault 4 has excited me beyond all belief.
Yeah, that's excited me as well. I hadn't seen these two, so thank you for showing me.
So there we are. So I knew he would love that Renault 4, so I hid it from him so that we could get a true reaction of what it looked like, because I've been drooling over it for a couple of days.
I think that's going to become my screensaver on my computer.
Sadly, but true.
That's how much I like it.
And I want to see one in black, because my only criticism of the Renault 4, and it's not much of a one, because that top picture looks great.
It's the grille.
It's the grille's a bit weird.
It's like a face on the front.
I think I want it body coloured.
Okay, I quite like it. It's quite distinctive, so who knows?
But that's why you could make that your own, couldn't you?
Yes, you could, yeah, for sure.
And then if that bottom picture, if they do that black bit as a canvas roof,
that'd be awesome.
That's just going to be, that will be perfect. My perfect
vehicle.
Practical, woofer in the back.
Yeah.
And the dog.
Yeah.
And that will be perfect. Anyway, we're rabbiting on far too long now.
We want one.
The other thing that we're going to do, whether it of interest you and anyone who's got that far, is when I find these promo ones, I'm just going to lob those up, so you can find everything hopefully in one place on our channel. So
yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Let's leave you to it.
Okay,
so appreciate you watching again.